Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Monday, May 29th, 2023, and we had a slow night last night. Not really a lot of movement on the pairs we were doing. I think because it's mainly because it was Sunday going into Memorial Day. Today is Memorial Day, so I'm hoping that we have some steeper movements later on in the night. Um, I do want to give a shout out to Jason for getting a solid call this morning on GBP JPY. I don't think anybody, don't know if you took it if you weren't in the signals group, but definitely check it out. GBP JPY played out this way. Hold on. Let me go to here. He called the buy like right here, like right in the middle of New York session, and grabbed it easily up to here. 48 pips. It wasn't a bad call right off the Mayo. It's divergent, not on the 15-minute, but on the 5-minute. Like that was solid. And then if we look at AJ, AJ was, I think that was a peak formation low, right? Yeah, peak formation low. You could have took this morning during New York session. It did stop hunt, but it didn't really move too much. The 5-minute wasn't too precise about it. 15-minute wasn't either. So this is just consolidating. I mean, it's literally just getting ready for some other move. This might be just another level push, right? So I would imagine it gonna be continually. Actually, go to the weekly. Weekly is still continuing. The daily, it looks like if this is gonna reverse, this was the point that it would be doing it. I don't really see any significant signs for like a crazy reversal. It's not even divergent on the 1 hour. So if anything, this is just a pullback. Just a pullback to a higher to retest the high and to also retest this high, right? So we want to be waiting for those opportunities. And so if you're going to be looking to buy this, just wait for pullbacks down, wait for the shark fins to pop up, and then you can start looking for buys. I mean, it might be doing it right now. Who knows? It's forming a shark fin on the 15 minutes. So I'd wait for this to close and then see where we're at. But it's not the best setup right now. So let me go to the new setup. So we have a peak formation low on gold. It's a fairly new one. And this might just be an overall reverse pullback, right? Because we know gold is going to be going down. So let me just go down to here. We'll look at gold. We got it here. Okay. It's saying that this is the peak formation down here. This still isn't loading, but it is what it is. But peak formation low from 2 days ago, that's it. I personally don't want to trade that, mainly because I already know that this is going to keep dropping. So if this is going to drop or if this is going to rise up, this is just a pullback. And I'm not trying to go against the overall time frame. I mean, the daily just really, it's just pointing down, right? So it could pull back, and you can catch that. But I still believe it's going to drop overall. So I would wait. Yeah, I don't think this is a valid peak, to be honest. So I would wait, honestly, for this to do something. If it is a valid peak, then you need confirmation from the breakout, the break of structure here, right? So don't even look to buy this until you see a confirmation of this high from yesterday being broken. Once you get that, now you have the ability to look for a pullback, and that could be within an imbalance form, that could be within another supply zone that kind of just formed. You'll notice it as it makes its move, and then when you notice that zone, then you can look for the buys up to continue up to the next high. So I would just leave it the way it is. I'm not going to really touch that tonight. Then we have GBP CAD peak formation high. It's only at one ADR, so it's still got room to move. But let's double check to see if it's something we want to do. GBP CAD. Is it a peak formation high? Even though that could be valid, it's still so choppy. You know what I mean? It's not ideal movement. That's literally just emotion. Like this just looks like an emotional roller coaster to me. Getting stuck in trades up and down. Like, I mean, if you're a scalper, by all means, you probably have a field day on the 1 minute chart. Oh yeah, if you're a scalper, for sure you're having a field day. But I'm not a scalper, so I would not be having a field day. I would be like, okay, this isn't moving in my direction. Do I pull it out, just start over, or take the small profit real quick? It's probably what I would do, honestly, because I don't want to sit and trade and just watch it go up and down, up and down. So overall, yeah, this thing looks like it can keep going up. 4 hour. Let me go to the one. It's got a zone right here, right? So if it's gonna go up, it's gonna go into this zone. It's where price kind of made its last pivot up before it dropped and made new lows down here. So if it does decide to reverse, it's gonna go up. But I would wait for it to shoot up and then you can look for the sell. Not my favorite pair though, so I'm gonna move on. Then we have Euro AUD, 2-day peak formation high. These things are being slow today. Let me see if I can plug in my phone. Sometimes when I plug in my phone, it uses it as like the hotspot, and it automatically switches the computer to this Wi-Fi. All right, it's plugged in. Let's give it a minute. Nope. All right, whatever. It's either going to work or it's not. But 2-day peak formation high on Euro AUD. Euro AUD. Peak formation high. That's right here. Right. So we have 1 day. Didn't take out this low. 2nd day. So this is level 1, right? Because level 1 needs to clear the structure, needs to change character. That's what it did. So it broke that structure. We're seeing a pullback. And I agree. I believe this is a continuation. So I do like this for the sell, just on what I'm seeing on the 1 hour. But let me go to the higher time frames. Weekly was bullish last week. Daily's kind of pulling back. So this could just be a pullback. 4 hour bouncing off the water. So it's definitely wanting to do its push up right now, right? Because it's going to be on like boom. It might just consolidate, to be honest. But I would just wait till we see you got a solid shark fin forming right now. Didn't form yet though. Like, so that means that this could kind of skirt and then go right back up, right? We don't want to get in too early. So I would wait for this to shoot up maybe another level, another small push. And then once it gets up here and officially forms that shark fin, which would either lead to a solid M formation or a divergent M, in which case you could still sell on both of those, but wait for this to shoot up a little bit more. Once it hits this area found the Mayo, or you can look at it to go towards this low, right? Break a recent structure that was broken here, or even here, right? So it looks like it's retesting that zone as we're going over it. So if it does decide to shoot up, it's either going to shoot up to about here in this area, or extend it just a little bit more. And then once it goes up there, we can look to sell it and you can take it to the recent low. And if it does decide to do that, you're looking at 63 pips. It's an easy trade. So I'm gonna be looking for this to be a sell. But now you gotta remember, since the EMAs are all tight, what we could see is this consolidation. Breaking lows, breaking highs, kind of getting stuck in the middle. Now, only time will tell what that looks like, but ultimately, you're only looking for sells in this pair. So I do like it. Let me zoom out again, but not for a continuation. It's not going to be like a crazy ass drop that we're going to notice, because doesn't seem like it wants to do it on the daily. It just seems like this is just a pullback. So if you do grab it for tonight, take it to an immediate zone that you know is going to be able to take profit, either the recent low or another zone, perhaps on a smaller time frame, let's say the 5 minute, like you could do here, right around the 1.63775 area, just because that's a major a zone that price has been kind of going in between for the last since the end of yesterday towards the beginning of today. So we'll see. I'm gonna be waiting on this, but I do like this mainly for a sell for another day. Now let's check. And on top of that, it's only at 1.68. So we'll check it out. EuroCAD. I like this pair. This pair actually did pretty well last week for me. So let me look up. Oh, it did a peak formation. There it is. It did pop up. So EuroCAD. We got the 1 hour. Okay. Let's say it's gonna pull up a little bit again. So wait for this push up. It might shoot up to the 80-hour high, honestly, and then we look for the sells. This thing is wanting to reverse. It's divergent on the 1 hour. Oh, damn it. Let's see. It definitely wants to continue down. So we have, right, we have this little channel being built right now. And since this is the channel, eventually we want to see it drop. So if it does, yeah, it wants to drop towards this zone over here. So if I go down to the 4 hour blueberry, once it hits there, you got 60, 70 pips. So ultimately, I want to see this stop hunt a little higher. I would push it up to maybe first we'll check that Mayo on the 15 minute, which is the 1 hour water. Once it hits there, it could go up a little bit higher, but we need to see some solid evidence on the shark fins, on the TDI to see if it's overbought, divergent. It will lead to that. So I like for tonight. Let me actually write this down. So we got Euro AUD, Euro AUD, so and Euro CAD, which tells me Euro is looking to be weak. Usually that happens when two of the pairs kind of align in movement, but that's what I would be looking for. Euro AUD sell, Euro CAD sell. Boom. Now let's go to well, since these are new trends, I'm just gonna go through them and just see if they have a structure that I like. If I don't see the structure that I like, I'm gonna just breeze on through them. This US 30 actually looks really good. So we had this thing going up for a buy yesterday, right? I believe it had a new peak formation yesterday. And if that's the case, then this is just a level 1 reset. Let me go to the daily, form that new low down here, weekly. It wicked the 4 hour. Yeah, this wants to continue up. It being with the EMAs all tight, I do believe we're going to see some sort of move up, but we want to see it stop hunt first. We want to watch it drop because this thing is not just, it could, but ideally we want to see this drop first. So I'm going to wait. I go to the 15 minute, or for those of you that are trading this pair, look for the stop hunt low. Then we'll see the TDI drop, go to oversold zone, and then a buy. So just wait for that. But it did break structure here. Broke this structure, broke this structure, broke this structure, this structure. It broke all the significant structures. Mainly this one, and this one, right? So now that it's doing that, it's just riding that new level consolidation, stop hunt low, continuation. That's what we want to see. 80 JPY, I already went over that. GBP Chief. Let's see. Man, it's not really loading so fast today. Whatever. I'm just gonna go on the here. GBP Chief. Nope, not touching it. Oh, now you load. Chief JPY. This one has just been going up, dude. It's at an all-time high. If you guys want to trade that pair, be my guest. Yeah, it's due for a pullback. I wouldn't. It's at a high, right? Buy. You want to buy low, sell high, not continue to buy high. I mean, I would just wait for some of it to exhaust out and then pull back before I look for any sort of buys. I would be looking for sells after it breaks structure of this Asian session range from yesterday. So I'm not touching this pair. Euro Chief, peak formation high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, peak formation high. No signs of, oh, let me go to the 4-hour. Okay, we have some sort of signs here of a divergence. Close of the candle, the close of the candle, and then slightly move down, and then we have here going up. Okay, so we have some sort of divergence. Daily, not the strongest one though. Daily is not showing any divergence. Weekly is just gradually dropping. To me, this kind of looks like it wants to continue. And it is a peak formation high, so I would just keep going with it. This looks like it just wants to go up maybe to here, right? Hit that water and then drop back down again to retest that low before it decides to do some sort of reversal. Yeah, this I believe is what's going to happen here is this. I've seen this plenty of times. You got the divergence, right? Divergence, price goes up, consolidates, shoots up another time, formation high drop. So that's what I'm gonna be waiting for. I like Euro Chief for the continued sell. Oops. So let's go to, let me just double check. 1 hour. I mean, it has to pull up too, because look at all this. Look at these imbalances. Well, you can't really see it. Let me see. You have an imbalance here to there, right? Based off of this. So imbalance there. The heck? Whatever. And an imbalance here. So this whole zone is essentially just a reversal zone. It wants to stop high. It has to. It has to go up a little bit before it decides to drop and need to exhaust some. Now that we're getting more specific, this is actually looks like it can go here, right? So that's a supply demand zone. So it could shoot up to here, then do some sort of reversal. Or the next place it's going to go is up to the top here, right? Because that's the last push, the last consolidative stake is that little candle right here. If you guys don't know that, this little candle is a consolidation on a smaller time frame. So if I just highlight this real quick, we'll go to the 1 minute, zoom out. So that's like all right here. That's just this consolidation, this move up and then back down. That's what caused that one candle to be looking the way it did. So it's just a tiny accumulation. But it most likely seems better to be down in this area than it would to be the opposite or higher up. But if it goes higher up, I mean, kudos. That means you can have a better risk reward because your stop loss would just be above this little peak here. Or you can get ballsy and put it above that peak, but that's just too much. I wouldn't do that. Now let's go over. Let's see. I'm getting over the limits that I usually go over. Nope. 80 NZD. This one's got 2.95. It's almost at 3. If it goes up a little bit more, it's going to be at that zone. So this one, I think we wanted this one to continue up as well. But it needed to pull back. Hence, yeah, it needed to pull back first. So I would wait for this to drop. It's not ready to, it's hitting all these EMAs. Like it's ready for a pullback. I don't think it's gonna be a reversal to go all the way back down, right? I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be a pullback to here or to here, and then we're gonna just see it continue up in that direction. Because this did break structure here. You can't see it. Right here. Right, broke that structure. High form. We want a higher low form, and then look for a buy. But we're gonna wait on that. That'll probably form later this week. Then I'll just kind of go through these real quick. I don't think I'm gonna go over much more. Ooh. Okay, so this one's been consolidating ever since news last week. One hour. It didn't break a significant low, which is here, but it definitely seems like it wants to retest it. So I would wait for another push up because this is still a sell, but is it the ADRs right? If anything, it's got one more push left in it. And if that push is good enough, it will drop it down to this low down here. So I would wait, stop hunt high, drop. You could take it to this low, or you could take it to the ADR low, which is kind of like right on top of here. See that? So leave it there. Other than that, don't look for buys yet. It's not ready. Don't trade against the peak. Keep looking for the sells. All right, let me do. I know a couple people on here like the other pair, so I'm gonna do XRP. Well, damn, that thing went straight up. Was that what we predicted? I can't even remember anymore. But it broke here, broke to the low, and then it continued in that direction. It ended in the positive last week. It broke all that structure. Yeah, okay. So it had the quarter woods here. Yeah, we had these for buys. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Yeah. We were looking for buys on this pair. Douglas, remind me if I'm wrong or not. I believe that's what we were looking for. And it's gonna keep going. The weekly is good. I mean, the daily bounced off the water and the catch up like that. Yeah, this is gonna keep going. Last week, yeah, buys. Cool, sweet. So it's still going in that direction. Hell yeah. And I think I mean, once it breaks this structure right here, whew, look how much room you got. All this room. You have imbalances here. You have imbalances here to there. So it's got plenty of space. I mean, let's look where this is at. Yeah. 65 cents. That's it. That's all it's ever been in the last year. You know what's funny is back in 2020, I believe, I actually bought it right after this big put. So it wasn't a buy here. I didn't buy it here. I bought it down lower. So I missed this. I remember watching it go up to here and be like, holy shit, that was a big move. And then I grabbed it when it was down here. I grabbed it like right near my birthday, I think, or was it right after? August? Yeah, it was here. It was like July, August area, and I grabbed it up until 130 something, and it started retracing, and I needed the funds at the time, so I pulled out the money I had, which was several $100s, which was cool. But I caught that whole buy, and I did it just based off of how I look at the analysis here. I was like, damn, XRP is about to go up. Let's buy that shit. And it looks like it's getting ready to do it again. I think we're gonna see a I mean, just look at this. I mean, you have it just kind of going through there. Hold. Yeah, I believe this is gonna keep going up. Truly. We needed to break this high though from like 10 weeks ago, or was it 9 weeks ago. It needs to break that. Once it breaks that, then it's going back up to this zone here. So that should be interesting. All right, now I'm gonna do I think that's it. What's the USD JPY look like? Still continuing. This thing's due for a pullback too. There's literally most of these pairs are due for a reversal. They're all overbought. They're all like, I mean, it's overbought in the daily. Come on, dude. It's ready for a reversal. It's been overbought for the last 4 weeks on the 4 hour. Like, once it breaks structure, man. Once it breaks here, boom, breaks there, game over. This is gonna reverse hard, and I can bet you if this is the reversal day, then this is a peak. This is gonna be the drop for today. Gonna break that structure, and then it's gonna call this a 2-day peak formation, 2-day peak formation high. Yeah, from 2 days ago, and then it's gonna be another day drop. So that should be fun indeed. It might actually be blinking. Let me see. Where's USD JPY? I probably just went over it. USD Chief, USD JPY. Yeah, it's at the 2.4. So 2.54. It's getting there. It's probably got one more little thing, and then it's gonna keep going. Or it's gonna drop. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's it. There's not really anything else. There's not crazy pairs. My favorite ones so far tonight are Euro CAD, Euro AUD. Euro CAD more specifically. So I'm gonna wait for it to shoot up just to go over it one more time for you guys. I would wait for it to shoot up a little bit higher, be specific. It's going to be predominant what it wants to do. And then once it's obvious, then we look for that sell. This might actually happen during New York session, or it might not happen until the next day. So it could just be a rise tonight, and then it sets up for the peak formation high to continue in the next day. We'll see how it goes. And then Euro AUD.
Stop thinking like a retail trader, follow the technical that everybody else sees.
What is that? Oh, somebody's mic was muted. It's all good. And then yeah, I like this for a continuation too. But it's probably got like another day, because overall this thing, it's like stuck in that higher time frame trend right now. But if it does drop, it's gonna be a hard drop. Very much so. I don't think it's gonna drop though. I think this might actually continue out. What the hell? Go away. So yeah, did anybody have any questions? Look at that. It looks like it's gonna go up right now into the zones. So I'm definitely looking for reversals on these. Might happen sooner than later. If not, we are going to hop off now. And tomorrow is going to be the last day of this chart analysis. So I will be going more in depth on that tomorrow. I will be posting the link to the Discord tomorrow for anybody that's interested. And be on the lookout, because we are actually going to be coming out with an updated version of the dashboard. So we're going to be taking out some things that have been slowing it down, and we're going to actually be adding in things that create more alerts for you guys that are going to be more high probability for the trades to happen. So you don't have to sit there waiting. We're working on something for physical alerts going to your phone or to a Discord chat, whatever. Just trying to get you the information needed to make the best trade that you can. So let's be on the lookout for that. We'll be updating as we go, and if you all join the server, you'll see that new updated version. So that's going to be for AlignedFx, which is what we're the company we work with, which is my wife and I's company, and then we have the dashboard community here, which is also going to get a version of what we're creating with this dashboard here. So everybody's going to be able to get it. If you lock in prices for what you're in a dashboard, you get grandfathered in. That's a deal we worked out with the owner. And then there's going to be new prices going forward. So you guys have been on the fence about the dashboard and you're trying to get it before prices are changed, definitely do it. I don't know what they're going to be yet, but this thing is definitely going to be more valuable than what it is right now. It's going to be more fun. I think people are going to it's the same thing, but one's going to be updated. The other one is going to get updated too. So it's going to be two versions, just we're white labeling it. So we're going to be white labeling it through our company AlignedFx, and then the MMM dashboard is going to be using it for themselves, and we're going to have a partnership. So it's going to be fun. Regardless, it's mainly for the benefit of all you guys and being able to actually use something that gives out solid alerts and signals, and then being a better trader overall. So with that being said, I'll let you guys go. Be on the lookout for those links, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out.